Hello and welcome back. As always, my name is Leyzar and today we are checking out patch 18.4, currently available on the PTR, also known as the Medivh patch or the rank revamp patch, whatever you guys want to call it. So this will come live on June 13th or June 14th depending on your region. What do we got? First off, we got a new Hero Medivh. Now I have played him a little bit on the PTR in ranked. I also did a video in ranked for you guys if you want to check that out. I'll link it in cards. So let's talk initial impressions. It's hard currently to get a lot of gameplay experience with Medivh on the PTR because quick match has been disabled, unranked draft is disabled. The only two modes which are not disabled are custom games and ranked gameplay because they want to focus the PTR on the ranking system and so on and so forth. So it's a kind of bit hard to get games with him in rank simply because he's gonna get banned out or maybe other people want to play him and so on and so forth. So, but initial impressions on Medivh: huge playmaker, the biggest playmaker we have got in Heroes of the Storm up until this point. He feels supporty, okay, he is a specialist but he feels a lot supporty. I mean, the way I adapted my gameplay to him sure felt like support mode. For the most part, he doesn't have a lot of damage, but he can definitely shine in a team league environment. I don't know how much effective he will be in quick match settings, okay, but while you're on voice comms with your team, okay, let's teleport here, let's do that, I'll shield you, don't run away, and so on and so forth, he will definitely shine in such an environment. In quick match, I don't know, okay, it takes a lot of coordination, not just from you, okay, but from your team as well to get the most out of Medivh's abilities. I like him, I love him so far. This is a subjective matter, try him out. It may not be the playstyle for you. If you're the guy that doesn't really like to play support, okay, he just feels supporty at this point, then I'm not sure you're gonna like Medivh. I love him, okay, again, he's far away from Chromie level, let's put it like that, okay. You really gotta use your head on Medivh to actually get the most out of the hero. I love him, okay, I just love Medivh. Let's move on. General training mode AFK detection has been added to training modes, whatever. Veteran level tutorial, okay. System changes, okay, this is important. MMR, normalization, whatever, and MMR seeding. Okay, let's talk about this. I'm gonna make it super simple, or try to at least. So a lot of players have felt stuck at their current MMR level. Some players refer to as LO hell. Okay, you are at a current MMR level and you can't escape it for various reasons. Now Blizzard is offering us the opportunity to break from that level with Season 1. Okay, that's why they're doing this. Now here's a quick heads up. The placement matches, the 10 placement matches we will have to do are gonna be extremely important. Do not mess up your placement matches. Those will determine your MMR heavily. Let's move on to performance here. Significant improvements have been made to the stability of the frame rate in all games. Now recently, well, Heroes of the Storm has had performance issues for the longest time. Their optimization has been characterized as, well, not great, let's just say that. Now, but recently, I don't know if you guys noticed, ever since Tracer's introduction, we have been getting constant frame drops, even on high-end machines, on mostly all machines, from what I heard and read, at least. So, especially when a team fight started, you kind of notice, like, from when that initial engage, your frame is just plummet. For example, for me, from 100 plus, I would drop to 20. I was like, what? Now, you might say, first world problems. Well, it is a big deal, especially if you're a competitive player. Those first seconds of the initial engage can actually set the mindset of a match. It's not okay, okay? It's not okay for any game to have performance issues. I like that they are addressing this. From my time on the PTR, I didn't have those horrible frame drops anymore. You guys let me know in the comment section down below. Is this true or not? Let's move on to shop. Yeah, new bundles, the same old stuff. Mount removals, nothing out of the ordinary. I will mention that Lunara's price has been reduced from 10,000 golds to 7,000 golds. She remains, from my point of view, one of the best sustained DBS, especially good on Battlefield of Eternity for obvious reasons. Level 7, yes. User interface, we got finally unranked draft. Now the community has been asking, we have been asking for this one for the longest while, and it only took them half a year to deliver. But hey, better late than never, right? So what is unranked draft good for? Unranked draft, from my point of view, is good for teams, okay, that want to practice together in a more correct environment, if you will. Okay, normally you would say, okay, let's go quick match and practice in quick match, but in quick match you can get all sorts of people that don't really take it too serious on the other side, and you want to practice and you want to get an actual relevant experience. You do kind of want the enemy team to take it serious, and you can also get all sorts of weird compositions in quick match. So there you go. Unranked draft, extremely useful for teams that want to practice. That's from my point of view. There has been some concern from the developer that this would be a dead game mode, and distilling the player base is never a good idea, especially when your matchmaking isn't considered to be super great. Okay, distilling the player base makes it harder for the matchmaking to actually produce balanced matches and gets it closer to the dreaded spiral, but let's not talk about that. Will this be a dead game mode? That's the question. I think past release only teams that want to practice will use it. We did need this tool. Okay, we did need this tool, and I'm happy we are getting it. Again, if you want to practice with your team, unranked draft is the way to go. Rank play revamp. Now this is the biggest change and probably the most important change we have gotten to HotS ever since the scaling changes, which kind of turned the whole game sideways, up on its head and all whatnot. We've been complaining for the longest while that the current ranking system, the 50-to-1, doesn't really reflect the player's value. Was that true? Yes, for the most part. Yes, that was true. I never felt like my rank 1 is very relevant, to be honest, okay? Because I seen other players at the same rank 1, which I went like, what? That's impossible. And I know you guys probably felt the same at a certain point. The system they are implementing now to make it super simple for you guys if you played League of Legends. Okay, because that's one of the most popular MOBAs. It's pretty much that in a nutshell. Not completely, but it's pretty much that. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? There's no shame in putting in a tried and true recipe. The ranking system, this specific model of ranking system, is a whole lot more valuable than the 50-to-1, because then again, this is a MOBA, you know, it's not Hearthstone. It doesn't work the same way. So definitely happy they are implementing this. I'm happy they went for a tried and true recipe, and I do trust the ranking system. I have played it, versions of this in other MOBAs, and I do know it's a whole lot more relevant. And again, there is no shame in putting in a tried and true recipe, okay? Because let's be honest here, if they put in right now another ranking system, would it be just as bad as the 50-to-1? We wouldn't be very happy. So okay, they're going for the safe route, they're going for a ranking system that I'm 95% sure will work much better than the old one. So yeah, I'm happy about this. I know what it's all about. Did a separate video. If you guys want to check it out, by all means do so. Hero changes. Tyrael, yeah, he's the only hero that got changes. There may be some undocumented stuff, so yeah, for the time being only Tyrael. What are the changes to Tyrael? Mana reduction across the board. Hello Blizz, hello, what took you so long? What took you so long? Finally guys, Tyrael has always had supreme mana issues. This is one of the reasons players tried to stay away from using W Righteousness, which was the highest mana cost ability, unless they really needed to. Especially since we play Tyrael for the most part with Angelic Momentum, which is the new version of Battle Momentum. Okay, Tyrael went out of mana 24/7. You come into lane, you cast 4 or 5 spells, you're almost out of mana. God damn it, you know. So yeah, this is a welcome change from my point of view. Tyrael doesn't see that much play in the meta in the European scene. I think a little bit in North America, but the Korean scene really loves Tyrael. And currently the Korean scene is considered to be the top notch. MVP Black, Tempest, and so on and so forth. Those teams are kind of considered like the best in the world currently, and they are heavily focusing Tyrael. So there's that. I did a Tyrael build guide, okay, a bit of a heads up for you guys. I have a Tyrael build guide already filmed. Okay, I'm gonna live it during the weekend because I'm gonna leave in the weekend for a wedding. In that video I whine about mana issues. Just keep in mind that this is done before these changes, and I do believe that's about it. A whole bunch of bug fixes. I don't usually cover bug fixes, so huge. I know there's not a lot of text here, but these are huge changes. Medivh Schmedivh at the end of the day. Okay, he definitely is a huge playmaker. I love his kit. He's a long way away from Chromie. Let's say it like that. Okay, so I'm definitely liking the fact that they put Medivh in the game. But the big news here are the rank changes and the start of Season 1. I'm super excited for it. Can't wait for next week. Let me know in the comment section down below what do you guys think about all of this. Are you excited? Are you ready for Season 1? Let's get the show on the road. As always, my name is Leyzar. Thank you guys for watching. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. And I'll see you guys again soon.